Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. What did she say?
Oh, Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya
Prabhupada
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari bol, Gaura Hari bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Premanande, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Gaura Premanandi Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna devotees, thank you for attending this another special class. So we are so fortunate, we got a bonus one. Yeah, so today's session is transforming from caterpillar to butterfly. So we know that it is not so good in the caterpillar stage, and we know how beautiful when it transformed into butterfly. So because of that is the potency of Kṛṣṇa-smaranam, we are going to have that. Prabhu, over to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivara
गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन
जमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा
वनचारी
यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunayavatirna Kalau Samarpaitumunnato Jwalarasam Swabhakti Shriyam Harihi Purata Sundara Duti Kadamba Sandipitaha Sada Ridaya Kandare Spuratu Vahashachi Nandanaha Hantaya Madrirabala Haridas Varyo Yadrama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoryat Maniya Suya Vasakandara Kandamulaihi Mukam Karoti Vachalam Panghum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for again inviting me and giving me the opportunity for service. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Satya, Rupa, Gaurang Prabhu, correct? For your kind introduction and also giving a dramatic preview about the topic. We pray to our acharyas that they may bless us so that we can speak something for their pleasure, our purification, and all of our inspiration. Let's begin the talk by going to New York. With me, we go to Greenwich Village. This was the village of painters. The painters would come and settle there. Painters are usually mavericks, right? They go to the edges of the society to discover something new and settle there before other people go there. Artists, painters, musicians, like that. So there were these two painters, girls, named Sue and Johnsy. What? Sue and Johnsy. They became dear friends and thought they will move together. So they moved into a place and they was doing the painting. It was all fine in autumn. Autumn is nice in New York like that. But then the problem happens when the winter comes. And the winter came, a person began walking amidst them. This person had cold, icy fingers. If this person touched somebody, he would become sick. Anybody guess the name of that person? Pneumonia. It was pneumonia. Pneumonia was going around and making people affected. So John C. became affected. She got pneumonia and she was just lying on the bed. And Sue was sad. She got the doctor, but the doctor said, Are Baba, she doesn't want to live. Isn't it hope does half of the job in healing? That's why in America we say doctors have good bedside manners. You're doing neuroscience, right? So if you become a doctor, the bedside manners, how are you? Everything will okay. This hope kind of cures the person much or equally well as compared to the medicines. At least it has some role to play. So doctor is saying, well, this girl doesn't even want to live. What can the medicines do? Instill the hope in her. So the doctor says that there is a chance only if she wants to live. The doctor goes out and the Sue comes near John Z. And John C starts counting 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So John C is confused. Sue is confused. What is she counting? What do you think she was counting? Okay, close, but not that close. She was looking outside the window. There was a tree. She's saying there were hundreds of leaves remaining few days ago. Now only 12. Now only 11. Now 10. Now 9. Now 8. 4. And when the last leaf falls, I too shall fall. John C said, Are, this is nonsense. What is the correlation between your living and the leaves in the tree? Sometimes we do that, even in our lives. Make crazy, unusual correlations, isn't it? So she's doing like that, and the friend says, I'll close up the window, you go to sleep, and I know you are little crazy in your head, so I will do my painting here only. She was making some painting. And I'm making a painting of an old disheveled painter, so I will cast this guy who lives in the basement. An old guy who for 40 years did not make any breakthrough in painting. He would always say, I'll make my masterpiece. Never made one. So John C. goes to sleep. Sue goes to this painter. His name was Bellman. And Bellman says, What? What is she thinking? Counting the leaves and counting her days to remain alive? I didn't go to meet with such nonsense people. I said, Come on, she's asleep. Come, sit in front of me and I'll make a painting. You need a specimen to paint, right? Anyway, he comes and both of them are looking outside the window and they know in such a storm, what will happen? The last leaf will also fall. So they are very scared. Next morning, she wakes up and she says to whom? Sue, correct? John C. says to Sue, what? Open the blinds. I want to see that tree. Sometimes we can get so crazy. All her meditation is on what? Remembrance is on what? Tree. So the blinds are open and she finds the leaf still there. So she thinks, maybe tomorrow. Next day also she finds what? The leaf is still there. And she thinks maybe this is an indication from God. She turns to Sue saying that, okay, I think I am big stupid. This tree's leaf is telling me that hope is there and you should get well. So she starts now taking care of health and generating the hope to survive. She survives. The doctor comes and says, wow, you're all right. And look at the irony. I have to see you now, and now I'm going to the basement to see a very old disheveled painter named Bellman. He has got pneumonia. Are? Okay. Anyway, he vagabond type. He would go around. After a few days, the doctor said that the painter died. So John C. has now become all right. Sue comes to her and holds her hand and tells, we were all confused. Why did that painter get pneumonia? So we tried investigating and we found that all her shoes were wet with ice and like that. And then we found in her room paints of 3 colors, yellow, green, and brown. And we found his paint brush near that tree. And then we looked at, that was not the leaf, but it's a painted leaf. And he died painting his masterpiece. This is a short story. Maybe you read about it. It's called The Last Leaf by a very famous short story writer called O. Henry. But the point is deep. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where attention goes, energy flows. Her whole attention was tree, the leaf. So the energy was going. And then when she recognized that the leaf stays, her energy was flowing to preserve herself up, isn't it? And what was the attention for the painter? Masterpiece. So he realized, whatever I can do, even to save her, and in these trying circumstances, I'll paint. So his energy was going to do the masterpiece. Where attention goes, energy flows. And where the attention goes, it's what we recollect and remember, isn't it? What we are munching in the mind. That's where the attention would go, isn't it? That's why remembrance is so important. Let's look at our mental system. When we are alone, when nobody is around, what we remember and recollect can be a good yardstick of what's going on in the heart, isn't it? What we recollect and remember can be a good yardstick of what's going on in the heart. Random things pop in our head, isn't it? Prabhupada would say, mountain is there and gold is there, and pops in golden mountain. Doesn't make sense. But if it would be nice if Krishna's remembrance comes up, isn't it? And not only, and that's our aspiration. If you look in Bhagavatam, what is Yashoda Maiya doing? When she's churning, when she's doing the chores of the home, she's remembering Krishna. Now I'm just saying, Telugu pravachan is going on, so as you're cooking, there's an incentive to remember Krishna. So the associates of Krishna are also doing what? Remembering Krishna. In Bhagavatam, it is said they were singing the songs while churning. But Bhagavatam does not mention which songs. So Jiva Goswami comes. Yesterday we heard one song. Brajaraj Kumara. We heard that song. And today we'll hear another of his song, which he says Yashoda Mai sings while churning the butter. We never heard about such song, right? Bhagavatam says she remembers all the deeds which Krishna has done. All the deeds which Krishna has done. So here we'll sing, and this is the first song for today. I think Prabhu is sharing. Shared already? Gokulapati kula tilakam tvamasiha. Gokulapati kula tilaka tvamasiha. Krita sukrita vraja rachita sukha vraja nayananandi samiha. Krita sukrita vraja rachita sukha vraja nayananandi samiha. What is she saying? Keep playing. What is she saying? Gokulapati Kula. Who is Gokulapati? Today you're right. Only 8 points because I gave the hint yesterday, right? Okay, Gokulapati Kula Tilak. You're the best of the Gokulapati Kula. Kula means the tradition, family, right? And Tvam. Tvam means you. Asi. Are. You are. Iha. Now. Now you are the best of the Gokulapati Kula Tilaka. And what do you do? Krita Sukrita, who have done great activities, for them in the Vraj, you create happiness. They have somehow come to you because they have done great activities. And Nayan, Nayan means eyes. You are giving pleasure. Nayana Nandi Samiha. And now Yashoda Maiya is remembering how he was born. Anandodbhava Janma Mahotsava Nandita Gop Samaja. Anandodbhava Janma Mahotsava Nandita Gop Samaja. पूतनिकामृति नवमंगल कृति वलयत गोकुल राज. पूतनिकामृति नवमंगल कृति वलयत गोकुल राज. Who took birth? Krishna? No, Anand took birth. Anandodbhava. And it was a Janma Mahotsava. Nandita, it gave pleasure to Gopa Samaj. Samaj means all the Gopas. And then after the birth, within short time he killed somebody, right? Who was? Putana. So Putanika Mriti. He just killed Putana, and that was Navamangala. It was very auspicious because she was killing all the young babies in Vrindavan. That was very auspicious. And Valayita Gokula Raja. You spread the fame of Gokula Raj, Nanda Baba. Okay, what else did you do after Putana? Who was? Shakatasura, and after Shakatasura? Tiranavarta. See, she has such a good memory. She's remembering all of them. What is she saying? धैर्य निवर्तन शकट विवर्तनम अनुभव्येन परीता. धैर्य निवर्तन शकट विवर्तनम अनुभव्येन परीता. सातृणावर्तक वायु निवर्तक परमेशेनानीत. सातृणावर्तक वायु निवर्तक परमेशेनानीत. Shakata was destroying the patience of everybody. And you just toppled it up. And then you took Trinavarta, you Nivartaka, you destroyed him. And then you were brought to me by all the people who found you, Brahmanas. Oh, we found him here lying down. So she's remembering all of them. Then what she's talking about, what happened next? Maybe he's crawling, right? So, Madhura Prangana Virachita Ringana Jala Janayana Supunya. Madhura Prangana Virachita Ringana Jala Janayana Supunya. Nana Kelishu Nitya Kalalishu Darshita Varane Punya. Nana Kelishu Nitya Kalalishu Darshita Varane Punya. Well, you are Ringna. Ring we talked about, crawling, Ringna, in the Prangana, and it will give pleasure to Jalaja Nayana Supunya. Jalaja, like the lotus eyes, they were giving pleasure to those who are done a lot of great deeds. And Nana Kelishu, different pastimes, Nitya Kalalishu, different Nitya and Kala. Darshita Vara Naipunya. He's showing his Nepunta. Nepunta means Dakshata, expert. He is expert in doing everything, including Makhan Chori. And now in the next line, they are talking about two old women are talking to each other, and Krishna is creating a fight between them. Kautuka Kalahe Jarati Nivahe. Two groups of old ladies, he is creating fight. And this is seen by whom? Mother Yashoda. So she is telling Krishna what? We sing together. Ma mataram anusukhamud Vitanu pratatam satatam Krishna. This is the E. Dhrutamuri karu tanu vriddhim puru khela valikrita Krishna. Saying, O Krishna, I am your mother. Increase my happiness by quickly growing up. Yesterday also they were saying grow up quickly. So today also she's saying grow up quickly and play with all your friends. So here Yashoda Maya is doing what? Remembering all the pastimes of Krishna. In fact, what has all happened. And we also think hopefully that can happen with us too. We can also remember, at least when we are doing work, we remember the whatever Java, Python, C++ and things like that. Agile, agentic AI, etc. But then is there some time where we can remember too? Bhagavatam talks about these remembrances. Who remembers Krishna in Bhagavatam, Krishna's pastimes? Well, Yashoda is remembering. Anybody else who remembers Krishna's pastimes in Bhagavatam? Radharani Gopis. Who else? Huh? Kunti Maharani does in her prayers. Yes. Who else? Bhishma Dev remembers in his prayers. Gajendra, not directly. Yeah. We are talking today about Vidur and Uddhava Samvad. Last time also we talked about it as a continuation. Uddhava was told by Krishna to remain here in the material world. And then somehow he, in separation of Krishna, he is there and Vidura comes. And Vidur is asking about Krishna to Uddhava. But look at Uddhava. From childhood, he's playing with the dolls of Krishna. He's just thinking about Krishna. So activity which is done in childhood does not go in vain. Activity which is done in childhood does not go in vain. So now when he is asking what is happening to him, Sa katham sevaya tasya kalena jarasam gataha. So now with his seva, what he has done, some say he didn't grow old. Some acharya says he became old. Some say the time has passed. Some say even time has passed. Kale na jarasam gataha. He was not old. By the remembrance, he was still young. And what happened? Prishto vartam prati bruyat. He was asked about Krishna's varta, and in order to reply, he was not capable because he was remembering Krishna. And as a result of remembering Krishna, what happened? He went into some ecstasy. What kind of ecstasy? We say it together. Pulakod bhinna sarvango munchan miladrisha shuchaha purnartho lakshitastena sneha prasara samplutaha. Something happened. Pulakodbhinna sarvango. Whole body was covered by pulakodbhinna. Horripilations, right? Pulak, standing on the edge. Sometimes devotees, when they eat Shrikhand, they feel some pulakodbhinna sarvanga on the face. Many people have told that. But this is different. This is not after eating Shrikhand. Munchan miladrisha shuchaha. Eyes are half closed and shuchaha, the tears are coming. Then Vidura thought, Purnartho, he has received whatever he wants to receive. He has finally got what he has to get. Lakshitas tena. Why? Sneha prasara sampluta. He was filled with sneha. Anybody named Sneha here? No. It's a common name, Sneha, but this is a very technical word. Words used in Bhagavatam are just not like fillers. Sometimes we used to like that. So not fillers. In fact, sometimes in Sanskrit we have cha and ha. Those also have meanings. So here the words like sneh, prasara sampuluta, pulukod bhinna sarvango are specific. And today we want to see what specificity they give. so that we can understand the importance of remembrance. First of all, the word is sneha. What is sneha? Sneha is even higher stage than prem. Every morning we say like this, right? To achieve the desired goal of life, volume level up. Krishna Prema. Isn't it? So Krishna Prema is what all of us want. And what is Prema characterized by? Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu explains it. It says that Prema is chiknapan, like ghee, molten. So samyag mrisrita swanto, the swanta has become chikna. It's like as though no cholesterol. And mamatva tishayankitah, it is imprinted with mamatva. Krishna is mine. There is Madhya and Tvadiya. Tvadiya means I am yours. Madhya means you are mine. So Mamatva is possessiveness. Like yesterday we were saying, right? Man kahu aur, chit kahu aur. So that feeling that Krishna is looking after me, he is mine. That is very strong in prema. And that's the only thing. Not Tesla is mine. Nothing else is mine. Only Krishna is mine. And what happened? Bhava saeva sandratma. The bhav becomes very thick, very thick. Sneha is even higher stage. And in this body cannot be achieved. Actually, Sneha, Uddhava is feeling because he's a Nitya Siddha associate. But for normal person, only until prema. And these higher states will be experienced when that person is taken to another Prakat Prakash, where Krishna's Leela is happening. Isn't it? Krishna Leela is happening in different planets. So Prabhupada would say, and Vishnu Chakra Thakur would also say that once a person has reached prema, he will be or she will be taken to another planet and has to take birth from the womb of a gopi, so that we can have domestic relation with Krishna and Radha, isn't it? That Krishna or Radha is the son-in-law of my mother's son's brother's wife. Some relation should be established. That can only happen when you take birth from the womb of a gopi. Only in that, those extra emotions can be experienced, isn't it? That is sneha. And sneha is characterized by what? The Hridayam becomes molten heart. And you cannot take the darshan enough. It's like always you're in front of Krishna. That was what happening with Uddhava, isn't it? So that is sneha. So first technical word which is coming here is sneha. Second is all these bhavas, right? Pulakod bhinna sarvango, shuchaha. What are these called? Anybody knows about them? Ashta Sattvika Vikar. Vikar means transformation. They are 8 in number and they are Sattvika. Sattvika means they arise from Sattva, not the Sattva Rajas Tamas. But when the heart is, in Hindi there is a word, jhakjhor. Anybody know about this? And you take the heart, or best is when you make the roti. What do? Dishum, right? Do like this and make it soft and people touch it. Okay, right texture. Jhakjhor. So when the heart gets imbued with Krishna's love, either in union or separation, that heart is called sattva. And this sattva offers itself, this chitta, inner body, offers itself to pran. We know pran, it's the vayu which is going on in our body. So imagine now the pran is activated with Krishna's energy. So it starts hitting our skin. Now what happens when it hits the skin? Ting! Pulakod bhinna sarvango, right? Not after eating Shrikhand. But this is from Krishna's energy, the pran is going. So we talk about 8 such vikaras. So what is happening? Hridaya, heart is full with Krishna, and this heart is offering itself to pran. Pran is moving and hitting things. So it produces 8 bhavas. What are they? Stambha, paralysis, like stambha. Sweda. Anybody knows about Sweda? sweating, perspiration, not that sweat. It's something divine. And then romanchaha. You know about this? Horripilation, right? Swara bhedo. The person is not able to speak. Choked voice. Yeah. Mahaprabhu would say to Jagannath, Jaja Gaga Mama Mumu, something like that. Chaitanya Charitamrita. It mentions like that. And 4. Atha Vepathuhu. Vepathuhu. Anybody knows from Bhagavad Gita? Vepatushcha sharire me roma harshascha. Vepatu is trembling. 5. Okay. Then Vaivarnyam. Knows about Vaivarnyam? Varna means color. Vaivarnyam means change of complexion. Imagine yellow to white to red to pink. Vaivarnyam, color changes. Sometimes it also happens to us. When we are in fear, people say, Are, tum to feeke pad gaye ho? Hai ki nahi? How you've become little pale in complexion. So how many? Stamba, Sweda, Romancha, Swarveda, Vepathu, Vaivarnyam, Ashru. Ashru means tears. And Pralaya means fainting. Now this is complex. So our acharyas also explain it in a fun style. Our acharyas is so interesting. They want to create mechanism so that we remember us. We remember. So Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami writes about the morning lunch of Krishna. This morning lunch of Krishna happens. Radharani always comes from Barsana or Yavat. Yashoda Maiya calls her to cook for Krishna. Why? Because she's been given a vardhan. What is the vardhan? If she cooks for somebody, he will become healthy, wealthy and wise. So Krishna should become healthy, wealthy and wise. So Radharani cooks. Now before cooking, she first dresses into white dress. And she removes all the, because it's important, right? Otherwise you'll eat medhu vada with ring. With a real ring, not the... So that is actually a tradition in Braj. All the ornaments should be out. Otherwise, we have to search for somebody in the ornament. In fact, there is also an art of placing the food. Generally, it is said that Krishna likes sweet. So first sweet should be placed. Then rice and things like that. Then some charpara namkeen like that. And then you can put kadhi, etc. But sweet must be first because he first likes to eat sweet. In the morning, do we serve Krishna like namkeen? Like sandesh, balbhog, like that, right? He doesn't get diabetes, right? So Krishna is served that. So once a pujari messed it up. And what did he do? First put kadhi. And the kheer was sabse in the end. This was happening in the Pushti Marg Sampradaya, and their Thakur was Navneet Priya. Navneet Priya is, now we don't say Thakur like this, we say Thakur like this. He's infinite, right? So Navneet Priya is like this small, chinni, ultra chinni. So in the morning they woke up, they didn't find Thakurji. There's no Thakur only. So somebody gave the idea, bhai, check some of the recipes. Maybe he's gone up there and eating them. So they took chawal, filtered it, no Thakurji. They said sabji, okra, tindora, rajma. But what happened when they filtered the front recipe, which was kadhi, they found what? Thakurji inside that. Why? Because he wanted to eat sweet. There was no sweets. So he thought, let me do what? Long jump. But he's a Chinna Thakur. Long jump went straight into kadhi. So there is an art of parosna also. So here is Radharani comes and serves and all fun is happening. Why? Because Nanda Baba is not there. In the evening time, Nanda Baba is there. So everybody is quietly eating. But Nanda Baba is not there. All the moms are there. Radharani is there. So Madhu Mangal is having a row. He is telling, people talk about 5 rasas. You know 5 rasas? What are they? Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, and 7 secondary rasas. Bibhatsa, like that. But he says, for me only it's 6 rasas. What are the 6 rasas? Kattu, amla, astringent, sweet, sour, tangy, pungent, ityadi. Okay, so Balram is asking, you seem to have discovered a new rasa theory. Yes, of course. Why don't you explain it? He said, let me first explain Ashta Sattvic Vikar. If I don't get food on time, I start crying. And if I see kheer, pulukod bhinna sarvango, and while eating has swayed, and if Shrikhand is there trembling, and after the food, murcha. But through this mechanism, what our acharyas have done, explained us Ashtasattvic Vikar, isn't it? So whether we are doing it through theory of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu or Vidura and Uddhav or Madhumangal's fun, Ashtasattvic Vikar. But these are not exaggerations or these are not something mundane. Our acharyas actually stop themselves. Its pran is so strong, they stop because otherwise it will become common. But sometimes Prabhupada couldn't even control. This happened in Atlanta. Prabhupada is singing what? Parama Karuna Pahudui Jana Nitai Gaura Chandra. So he's saying, two lords, Nitai Gaur Chandra, Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are very kind, you see. This is Prabhupada saying. They have appeared just to reclaim the fallen souls of this age. So they are more kind than Krishna. Krishna, he is also very kind. He comes to deliver. But Krishna demands that first of all, surrender. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even does not demand surrender. He is so kind. Voice choking. Now Prabhupada's voice is choking. So take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and be happy. Thank you very much. Bracket, weeping. Sometimes it becomes tough. And this weeping is not coming from the tunky of the body. That's why sometimes a divine person can cry and it can be a pool. At least I know of 2 such instances. There was a person called Prem Bhikshuji Maharaj, Gujarat. And this personality was a Ramanandi, worshipper of Ram, where the mantra is Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And when they would have a kirtan, Harinam Sankirtan, and he would start dancing and people would find syringe like, this is just few 100 years ago maybe, syringe like tears, baltis would be full, buckets, doctors would come, where is all this water coming from? But this water is not coming from this body. It's something transcendental. Somebody has opened the null. Somebody has opened the tap. Then there is a person who used to stay near Radha Damodar temple. We have been to Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. This person was connected to Gopal Bhatta line and Ramanuja line, both. And he came and settled to Vrindavan. Realized saint, very humble, he would hide himself so much. In a very small gathering, he is giving his discourse, only few known persons. And some big person, he hears some big person has come to take his darshan. He would immediately jump, sit down, cover in a blanket as though he's a nobody. So the person will come, where is Maharajji? He said, no, he's not here. And he will go. Then he will take off and again, hiding himself. So this person also is sitting on the top of the stairs somewhere. I read in his biography and described by his close associates. And some of his associates come and find a little water puddle at the basement of the stairs. What was happening? Somebody opened the tap there. So these are not extraordinary emotions. We may be very far away from it, but at least it's good to know about them. It's good to know about where we want to go, isn't it? Goal should be there. Like they describe in Bhava and Prema state what happens. In the Bhava state, they describe that slowly person starts to get glimpse of the blueness of Krishna. Krishna is blue in many places, right? Hands, chest, face, and he starts to get a feel of the whiteness of Krishna. Where is Krishna white? Here. Cornea and teeth, whiteness of Krishna. Then he or she may start feeling the redness. Where is Krishna red? Yeah. Lips, palms also, which means a good hemoglobin. Palms also. This is in bhava. And in prema, what happens? Krishna may give the person a sense of his beauty. So what happens? All the senses of the person want to become like eyes. Sometimes it happens with us, right? When we eat a nice gulab jamun. Wish I had many, many tongues. Wish I could eat gulab jamuns from all the senses. Doesn't work. But it happens in prema stage. Or Krishna releases a fragrance of his body. So all the senses want to become like nose. Or Krishna does chun chun music of his flute. Then all the senses want to become. Now this is very high stage. But why are acharyas writing about it? For many reasons. First, to generate humility in us that Dilli dur hai. In the sense, we are not pure devotees. Hence, we have to work. Otherwise, soon, just stay for a little bit more years in devotional service and people will start saluting. And we may start thinking, what? Instead of Amito Kangal, Amito Mahamal. So humility, right? Where the North Star is. Second reason, what is actually the North Star? Where do we have to go? The first reason is humility. Second is, where is the North Star? Third reason is to generate hope in us. If we follow the process, we too will come to this higher state of realization in which we'll just be in contact with Krishna. So what's the first reason of about all these states, why they are given? Humility. Second, what is the goal? Good, North Star. Third, what was the third reason? A hope that if we start doing it, we may also go there. And the fourth reason, which connects us to our topic today, is, as we started, the importance of remembrance. Because unless Krishna is sitting in the mind, we won't go much forward. And this is what Bhagavatam repeats again and again. As we said yesterday, abhyasaha. If it is repeated, clearly that's the message. So what was repeated? Sanmukhtha, isn't it? First thing to do in devotional service, turn towards, isn't it? And after we have turned towards, what is repeated now in Bhagavatam? Remember. And the example given is of a caterpillar and butterfly. Bhagavatam does not generally repeat things because they say, Vaya Karanaha, the grammarians, Ardha Matra Laghavena, if you reduce half a matra, Putrotsavam Jayate, they feel like a son is born. If they reduce even half a matra, Putrotsavam Manyante Vaya Karanaha. That, let's reduce it. That's why they have sutras. But here they are saying the same shlok again. What's the shlok? It is said by Prahlad Maharaj as well as Sri Krishna also. Kitaha peshaskrita ruddhaha kudyayam tena praveshitaha. There is a kida. It is put in a wall. Imagine caterpillar. It's put in a wall by a moth, a butterfly-like moth, wasp. And it is then covered. So what is happening to the kida inside, to the keet inside? Samrambha bhaya yogena. It is fearful and it is anxious. It's always thinking about when the moth will come, when the butterfly will come to eat me. So what happens? It transforms into the butterfly, the moth, just by thinking. This example is given by Prahlad and Krishna also. Almost the same verse is repeated, which means it's a strong message. It's a strong message that whatever we remember, that is what will be transformed into. Now we have so many activities during the day, what to remember, what not to remember. But we can try recollecting. Or we can just follow the process and find out that our acharyas have devised our aratis and prayers in such a way so that we'll remember. One such arati is there, almost all of us remember that. Then we put the Raj Bhoga, the lunch Bhoga to Krishna. What do we sing? भज भकत वत्सल श्री गौर हरि भज भकत वत्सल Shri Gaura, we'll sing it together. Shri Gaura Hari Sohi Goshtha Vihari Nanda Jasomati Chitta Hari Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Shri Gaura Hari. It is saying we are worshipping Bhakta Vatsala Gaur Hari, and he is nothing but none else other than Shri Krishna, who is Goshtha Vihari. Gaur Hari is Goshtha Vihari. Goshtha means village. So Gaur Hari is now moving around in village, was moving around in village. And why was he moving around, going here, going there? Bela halo damodar aise ekhano bhoga mandire boshikara ho bhojana nandera nideshe baise giri bardari Baladeva sahasakha baise sari sari Shukta Shakadi Bhaji Nalita Kushmanda Dali Dala Dugdha Tumbi Dadhi Mocha Khanda. So here, now all the vegetables are described, isn't it? Kushmanda, Mugda Bada, Masha Bada, Rotika, Gritana, Shashkuli. So what is happening? Bala, hello. It's getting delayed. Damodar, you come. Boshi, sit in the Bhog Mandir and eat prasad. So as we are doing the Bhoga Arti, we are remembering how Yashoda Maiya is inviting Krishna. So it's a device made by our acharyas to remember, isn't it? And then he's talking about all the recipes. Karpura, Amrit Keli, Ramba, Kheer Shara, Amrit Rasala, Amla, Dwadasha Prakara. Luchi, Chini, Sharpuri, Laddu, Rashabali. Quite nice, no? Bhojan Koren Krishna Hoy Kutuhali. He's excited. Abhi, aaj kya milega? Like that. And then Radhikara Pakka Anna Bibhida Benjana Parama Anande Krishna Koren Bhoja. Chale bole laddu khaye Shri Madhu Mangala Bagal bajaye Aradeya Haribo. Who knows Bagal bajaye? Is just hitting the armpits and making the noise. Who is he? Madhu Mangal. So this entire chitra is manifested in front of us. And it's a long song. And the end, what is Bhaktivinoda Thakur saying? No, you have to keep it in your lap. Hari Lila Ekmatra Jahara Pramod Bhoga Arti Gai Thakur Bhakti Vinod. Hari Lila is the only happiness, isn't it? And he's saying, in this way I am doing Bhoga Arti. So just imagine, in the act of offering to Krishna, we can remember. Because prasad is very special. It is mixed with a special ingredient. Do we know a special ingredient in prasad? Huh? Tulsi, love, prem, anything else? Sneha? Huh? So, good. It also starts with S-A-L. Saliva of Krishna. Isn't it? Well, that's a special ingredient, and people can cook something out also, but Krishna has eaten it. And that's why it is said in Vrindavan, a nice meditation written by a devotee about the Mahima of Prasad. How that, and we can remember it. So that's the song 2. Yah Devya Prasad Priya Priya Ko Yah Devya Prasad priya piya ko, yah devya prasad priya priya ko, yah devya prasad priya priya ko. दरसत ही मन मोद बढ़ावत, दरसत ही मन मोद बढ़ावत, परसत पाप हरत ही को, परसत पाप Harat hi eko. What does it say? It is saying that it is a Divya Prasad. Just by seeing it, it increases the happiness. Now, actually, it is said also the prasad should be in such a way, just by taking darshan, the person should be pleased. Arrangement and everything. And parasat, by serving it, it takes away the pap of here, heart, because it is special. Now, if just by seeing it, just by serving it is special, what it can happen by eating it, isn't it? Pavat param prema upjavat, pavat param prema उपजावत भुलवत भाव पुरुषतीय को, भुलवत भाव पुरुषतीय को. And by eating it, prem upajavat. And bhulat, we forget the bhav of purush. Purush, three bhav, whatever the bhav of the bodily thing. And then the author says, Bhagavat rasik bhavat bhushan tihi chin hot jugal jiye ko. Then after consuming that, we become like an ornament. And then that ornament can be offered to Radha and Krishna. This has to become an ornament, isn't it? By eating prasad. So simple activity of cooking prasad, offering prasad, serving prasad and eating prasad can be imbued with remembrance. Haven't our acharyas done all the things so that we remember? But this nalayak memory, isn't it? Doesn't work. The only upaya is to make it work. First thing by hearing, and then by recollecting. First by hearing, and then recollecting. Actually, in the age of AI and ChatGPT, the memory we have started to disregard it so much that it has closed all the doors. But in the olden times, there were techniques like memory palace. Do you know about it? Memory palace was the technique to remember 5050 binary digits. There are competitions now, memory competitions, in which people remember the whole sequence of 5050 digits. How? Memory palace. So imagine this is a palace, right? And we have to remember how should we cook a paneer, shahi paneer sabji, isn't it? What all we can cook. So as we enter, with every room, we imagine a ingredient in a very funny manner. So like we come and see a living room, like whatever, a dining room, we imagine paneer rocking on a, Paneer Prabhu rocking on a chair. First step. Then we go and enter our bedroom, and everywhere the masalas are lying down. Like that. They attach all the things which we have to remember to one corner of a big memory palace in a very funny way. Next time you have to remember sequence in the mind, enter that room. So when you again enter the palace, what you will see? Paneer Prabhu rocking on the chair. Oh, I have to get the paneer. Then you'll see masalas lying there. So these techniques were used so much so that people would be called memory palaces people. Entire secrets would be put in them. And these people would be walking memories. But now Gone are those days where we even remembered phone numbers. Do you remember those phones? Trrr. And oops, you missed the number. Again, you have to do. Nowadays, it is like, Siri, call Samanvita. Correct? Siri will call. No memory is not used. Okay, fine, we can give discount to remembering numbers of Samanvita. But what we can do? At least not outsource remembering Krishna to computers, isn't it? Just like we cannot outsource chanting to our spouses, right? Anyway, I'm busy in working. So Prabhu will tell Mataji, Mataji, you are liberated anyway. You are Siddha, I'm a Baddha. So you chant 16 for me. Doesn't work. We have to do ourselves, isn't it? And a most important part of this is remembrance. But the remembrance's first step is recollection. Recollection's first step is hearing. If you'll not hear, nothing will be recollected. But if we continue hearing with attention and attaching it, right? Now with the songs, we can attach it, right? Bhaja bhakata vatsala Shri Gaura Hari. And what was Madhumangal doing? Chale laddu khai. Bagal bajaye gaya Hari bolo. He's saying Hari Hari. Now we can remember what was he doing. So first step is hearing attentively and then recollecting. Now it becomes hard because daily we are involved in so many activities. How can we do so? We can try. At least we can make one, dedicate some time or give a goal to ourselves. At least one pastime I'll remember. We hear so much, right? The hearing keeps on going, but maybe we can build our muscles to remember at least something. And that will go long way. In fact, it is said that the mukhya ang of bhakti with rag means with love, is remembrance. Because bhakti with rag is done through mind. And mind's nature is to remember. It is said that's the main ang. And that's our hope and prayer, isn't it? We saw today what all remembrance can do. The North Star in front of us, how it can transform an insect to that moth, to that butterfly. So if we do so, amazing things could happen. We would be of this world. We would be in this world, but not of this world. That's our prayer. And one Braj poet very aptly describes this prayer. लीला की सुधि आवे हरि तेरी लीला की सुधि आवे लीला की सुधि आवे हरि तेरी लीला की सुधि आवे सुधि धी means keep playing intelligence. Sudhi, good intelligence. So he's praying, Oh Hari, Teri Leela, your pastime should enter my intelligence. My intelligence should be firmly convinced that other than recollection of these pastimes or living in them, there is no gati. Kamal nayan man mohani murati kamal nayan मन मोहनी मूरति मन मन चित्र बनावे बनावे मन मन चित्र बनावे. There is a technique we use in Vrindavan tradition. We take a mirror, we put it in front of the Lord, we show them, then we look from the side and make sure that we see the Lord reflected in the mirror. Then we take the mirror, turn it and put it on the heart. And hopefully when we'll close the eyes, we might see those two teeth of Radharaman. The beautiful eyes, Kamal Nayan. Isn't this? Instead of seeing a monster. Instead of seeing something else. Krishna. So mana mana chitra banave. We can make the chitra in our hearts. And that, they say, is wonderful, most powerful way of pulverizing all the anarthas. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is said, Rago praya viliyate. Raga praya viliyate. The other rag of the world will be pulverized by this technique. बारक मिलत जात माया करी तो कैसे बिसरावे मुख मुस्कान वंक अवलोकन चाल मनोहर भावे. If by some fortune I have gotten that thing in my heart, how will I forget it? We don't want to forget it. Or if we forget, we pray, let it come back again, isn't it? Sometimes when we go to take darshan of deities and we wake up and the last thing we remember is the beautiful deities, it's a very powerful experience. Or some pastime. And the smiling face, the vank means little sidelong, avlokan, sidelong glance, and chal manohar bhave. Then you feel like, yes, you are a friend of Krishna. I want to embrace Krishna in our hearts. We are independent in our hearts, isn't it? कबहू कनिबिड़ तिमिर आलिंगन कबहू कपिक सुर गावे गावे कबहू कसंभ्रम क्वासी क्वासी कही कही संगहि उठी धावे. Kabahu ka, in the darkness of my hearts. There are many things in the world to make things dark in our life. But in the darkness of our hearts, in the darkness of the night, I can be with Krishna, right? And Kabakuhu, I would want to sing to my heart's content. That's a good practice. When people are not around, close the room and just sing loudly. And Kabaku, but sometimes Krishna is chaliya, so he will leave. So you are asking, Kwasi, Kwasi, where are you? Where are you? Just like Rupa Goswami, Kahi Kahi Sangahi Uthi Dhave. Then you will get up and catch him, isn't it? Kabahu kanen mundi antargat manimala pehrave. परमानंद प्रभु श्याम ध्यान करी ऐसे विरह जगावे. And kabahu, sometimes closing the eyes, in my heart I will take a mani mala and offer it to Krishna. The author is saying, in this way of doing dhyan or meditation remembrance, it will increase the viraha. And when viraha happens, we'll see everywhere. Sangama viraha vikalpe. If given the option of sangam viraha, all our acharyas saying choose viraha. And that's why they say chanting also in the mood of viraha, separation. After describing everything, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, that's okay, but Smaran is good, but Kirtan must not stop. Because Kirtan is that, first of all, it's a Yuga Dharma, and it will give Sarvotkarsh. It will help the Smaran to go powerful. So therefore, while we are singing, Hari teri leela ki sudhi aave, leela ki sudhi aave, leela ki sudhi aave, Hari teri leela ki sudhi aave. We don't stop what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bhava. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We can take questions, suggestions, reflections. I'm grateful that it was a short notice, yet all of you came. Thank you. Today you got only 8 points because you knew everything. That's good. Anything? What did you like? Anything stuck with you? Madhu Mangal? Yes.
And I also liked remembering Krishna even when nobody's there. Like,
Good. Remembering Krishna when nobody's there. Actually, what we do in solitude is the real test, isn't it? When nobody's watching. Because who is watching then? Krishna. Correct. More thoughts, reflections? Yes.
Today only I just listened to one lecture about Radharani. Then in that describing Radharani feet is like lotus, and when that bee came and it assumes that it is a lotus flower, then Krishna told it is disturbing Radharani. So Madhumangal, can you drive away this? Then he drove that, and then he said that
Madhusudan went.
Madhusudan.
That comes in Vidagdha Madhav.
Vidagdha, and they are both are crying, become like Prem Sarovar. Now I couldn't understand like how much can form if we can hear in the material world with these personalities making a puddle. It's no
very
wonder.
nice connection. Very
Yeah,
nice
now I
connection.
understand.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
This is a feeling of separation that Krishna is sitting and Radharani thinking that he has gone away. This is called Prema Vaichitya. Prema Vaichitya, the Vichittata of the Prem, that the person is here and thinking the person has gone away because somebody said Madhu gone. She thought Madhusudan gone. Thank you. Very nice connection. More thoughts, reflections?
Yeah, I like the way, like, while eating prasadam, you can remember Krishna, right, in different ways, 4
Yeah.
ways. While making, while
Offering, eating,
serving,
taking
and-
darshan also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can think of, and then that connected, Acharya is nicely connected to the Bhoga offering.
Bhoga offering, isn't it? That they are meditating. This is how Krishna is taking the prasadam.
Yeah. Amazing.
So
So
many
this way, I think in
devices.
any event, any situation, you can actually correlate. with
Exactly,
Krishna's pastime
exactly,
and
exactly.
remember
Basically,
it.
these are called uddipans, right? The
Uddipans.
stimulants for remembering Krishna. And I think if we can use our intelligence to create chat GPTs and other things, I think we can use the intelligence also to create connections in our mind and then do practice. That's why recollection. Now, remembrance is not straightforward,
Yeah.
but recollection can be done. And we can deliberately choose that recollection over other recollections. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, wonderful class Prabhuji. I like the point that in a prema, all senses wants to become eyes, wanted to see the
in the
Krishna.
state of prem, yeah.
All senses wants to become ears to
Yeah.
hear Krishna Katha.
Yes.
All senses wants to become nose
Yeah.
to smell.
And then when
Krishna.
Krishna touches,
Yes.
everything wants to become
Everything
skin and
skin.
for touch.
Very beautifully.
Yeah. This is Vishnu Chakri Thakur describes in the last chapter of Madhurya Kadambini. Because the last vrishti, the last shower of the Madhurya Kadambini is about prem. So, I mean, Vishnu Chakri Thakur would be experiencing it. That's why he's describing, isn't it?
Even I
Isn't
cannot
that
imagine that. You
Yeah.
know, how all senses become eyes.
Can you
To see
imagine,
that.
right? Yeah. Unfathomable. But good. That's why we began the discussion that what's the North Star? Because that tells us, right? Arey, first it tells us that Delhi dur hai. But it also tells, okay, great. Exactly. Or serving. Yes, absolutely. And just recollect, some of the saints, even sadhakas, I know, they have even kind of trained themselves, even if they passing by hear some Bollywood song, right? They will get towards the separation. Like even some of the romantic song is playing by, they will connect it to Krishna. That's a great thing. Prabhupada, people would say, right? Prabhupada was going on a morning walk and they said, what a beautiful sky with all the clouds and everything. They say you can appreciate the painting. What about the painter? The painter is Krishna. You are appreciating the natural painting. So, I mean, immediately clicked to Sri Krishna. Like that. In fact, it is in some of the scripture, it is mentioned. Yeah, even if the words, holy name words are spoken, but with some gap between them, Lord will take it as Ram. Hmm? So, yeah, we can connect it. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So the one thing that connected is that by having the prasadam, our body, we can ornament to Krishna.
Amazing,
That is
right?
very profounding.
Yeah, and actually we are all thinking process is changing slowly because we are taking prasadam.
Yes.
Our body cells are also changing. It's affecting our brains. Cells change, right?
Yeah.
Now it's full of prasadam cells.
Yes, connected to the, become the pearl, we are the pearl, the verse.
Yeah.
So, and the memory palace, that it just connected me. I remember when I was in school, one of our teacher used to give this technique. He used to give us 30 items. And then he says, okay, you make this crazy connection and then remember that. So we used to do at least 30 or 50. One time we went even the 50. Randomly he gave that and then asked us, okay, make crazy connection. Sometimes pencil, eraser, okay, pencil went into the eraser, pierced it, and then again jumped here. Like
that
he
was
used
a
to
violent connection.
So he used to make the connection like that. He used to tell how to connect.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
just-
this is memory palace, mnemonics. We
Yes.
do mnemonic in our schools, right?
Yes.
Huh? Us too? We also do. How do you remember the alphabet, A, B, C, D? Yeah, sing. E, F, G. I'm holding the mic, so you have to do it loudly. J, K, L, A, M, O, P. Now there is no L, A, there is no Meno. But it's a song to remember the things. So, periodic table also, right? वो तो बहुत funny. Oh, yeah.
Very nice. It is Nabi to Narayana.
हाँ,
It is middle Madhava.
हाँ,
It is the
Kantha,
Govinda.
Govinda.
I could remember any time.
So we can have these devices and utilize it. And many saints I know, when they were staying in Vrindavan, then they had to move out of Vrindavan. They daily would do mental parikrama of Vrindavan. It takes force, but karat abhyas na recollection. We are recollecting so many things, grocery list and stocks and whatever, politics and things like that. We can start recollecting this. Oh, I went to Vrindavan last Karthik. Which all places did I visit?
Yes. So I have a question. So Prabhu, you said, Krishna has to surrender Sarvadardam, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is more merciful. So, and even, Prabhupada even merciful, he said, okay, 16 rounds. So in one sense, I see, isn't it diluting the process? Like, it was 64 rounds to 16 rounds. And then now, I know we are lazy even to do that, but at the same time, as it goes down, is you think that, it further degrades it, our process, and then, make it even, more simple, but, are we losing it, or, to reconnect it, and then does it go in that path if that continues it?
Well, Srila Prabhupada is our founder Acharya, right? So I do not know whether 16 will be further reduced. I think that GBC has to decide. Still, it is minimum in the sense that whole day we have to chant. There is japa mode in which we sit in one place and do our chanting. Could be 8 rounds, 16 rounds, whatever you decide according to your life schedule and things like that. But then there is a chanting mode also. Ideally, japa mode should be greater than or equal to 16. And chanting mode should be throughout the day. Count it or not count it. In the mind or not. Whatever. These days we have those clickers or malas. So in holy places, sometimes we see person walking. And earlier people would say, hey, he didn't even do his 16 rounds. No, he's going on the 5th lap of 16 rounds. You know, 5th lap, 64 ke baad wala. So why minimum 16, right? Japa mode, and Prabhupada would always carry his beat back like that. So there is no dilution. Mahaprabhu also said, Kirtaniya Sada Harihi. So Sada Kirtaniya, of course, as Srila Prabhupada has built this international organization, so that we balance out our activities to share this knowledge also without compromising our inner growth. So Prabhupada gave this nice 16 rounds, and let me tell you, you'll be surprised. In different organizations I have talked, generally there is no such number on Harinam chanting. Well, in Gaudiyas there are 16, 4, 64, but in several other sampradayas it's not. So, so I think it's quite a lot, even doing in 16 rounds. It takes quite a strength and time. And I think if we are able to do that, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, so it's quite substantial actually.
Yes, Prabhu.
16
Even
rounds is-
now, struggle.
So
often
Prabhupada had
some-
said, right, 64, then they said, Nare Baba, then he said 32, Are Baba, then came to 16. Given that we'll be in West and we have to share this. Now, whether it goes even less, well, I'm nobody to say that, comment that. Even if it goes, considering the situation, we can keep doing more.
Yes.
That's okay?
Mm.
Thank
you.
I understand at least to bring into that the stage. Otherwise, nobody can even see that if you put that bar high 64, right?
Oh, yeah.
At least you have 16, then people think that, oh, maybe I can try.
Yeah.
Naturally, it gives the taste.
It gives the taste, so people do more on Ekadashis and then more on certain days, and then when they wind down Vanaprastha stage, the fir kya hai? Yeah, then people do. Why not? I know one devotee, he does his only he serves different things in Vrindavan, does 128 rounds daily. And I know people who do 192 rounds daily. They become habituated to do 192 rounds in 14 hours. So 6 hours sleep, 14 hours. Baki 4 ghanta enough hai khane ke liye, khane dhone aur, right? And even Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also would be very adept. Because when he was doing his 10 years Shatakoti Yagya of chanting many rounds, every day he would do 192 rounds, correct? Despite that, he would preach also. He would respond to letters also. So I would say, Hare, when 192 rounds take 22 hours, 21 hours, then when he would sleep and eat. But then those people who become habituated, then, chanting with the breath. Let's try. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. See, if we can do it with the breath, it can be faster. So I have heard from some sannyasi Maharajas that good chanters are fast chanters. Converse is not true. It may not be that fast chanters are good chanters. So become habituated and like that, and then the distractions are reduced, right? That concentratedness is there. So see, there are people who are doing that. The same Balkrishna Das Maharaj Ji I'm talked about, right? He had few disciples, Prabhu and Mataji, and they would have competition. Who would chant more? What a great competition. And 192 was perhaps minimum. Can we do it? Well, now in our situation, we have different responsibility, but just like we have that aspiration of what? Oh, prema bhav, what will happen? Maybe we can aspire for a day where nothing will work, right? See, we won't be able to do book distribution, not cook. Body may not work. Reasonable enough? Jab to kar sakte. Handheld technology. Does that help? Thank you for adding that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have to leave.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes.
Thank you, Prabhu, again, once again
Thank you.
for coming. When I heard the news, I was so happy. Thank you so much. So I really like the 2 points where you said about the story, the last leaf. You started with that, where attention attention is, energy flows there.
Attention goes, energy flows.
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. So, the more we practice all of this, that's how we
Yes.
develop attention and
Yes.
love
Yeah.
to Krishna.
Yes.
So, my question is different. So, we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, we're supposed to read. So, you mentioned so many other books yesterday and today. Could you give like a little brief on those books and what do you think? Should we read them?
Well, I think it depends on our intellectual endurance also, capacity also. Sometimes it may be different people have different capacities. Some people will be like, okay, Bhagavad Gita and Mala. I know in Vrindavan, to my mother, one saint said, for you, Lala and Mala. Lala, Mala. And many people have that. Samajh liya, I have read. But for some of us, we may have different intellectual capacity and endurance and to read more books and then go for it. I think, in my humble opinion, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, these are primary books and they will form the base to launch us into other books. So Bhagavatam is crucial. And again, if the intellectual capacity and endurance is much, one can read it. Then along with the regular reading, one can start a inspirational reading. So regular reading is these books, Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, going on. Say 30 minutes you're doing. And along with that, 15-20 minutes, you can read other books by Goswamis, like Six Sandarbhas are there, or other Leela books like Gopal Champu, we are reading these songs. That is pure nectar. Or instead of reading, you can hear. We talked about Bir Krishna Goswami Maharaj. You can go to audio books on ISKCON Desire Tree. Audio ISKCON Desire Tree. Go to Bir Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Audio books we'll get. That we can hear. So it is fine. It depends on our taste. For some people, 5-minute reading and then they will take 3 hours to digest it. For some, 3 hours of reading and 5 minutes they'll digest it. Different intellectual capacities and wherewithal like that. Same can be said about Sanskrit. Some people can pick it up. Some people, it's okay, fine. I can get a gist out of it. For some, English is fine. So, I think the key is what is getting us to get into the groove, remembering Krishna and feeling the presence of Krishna, whether it's by learning Sanskrit or not learning Sanskrit, reading many books or less books. There's no one cookie cutter solution. However, one thing remains the same, chanting. That's the cornerstone. Does that help you? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. More thoughts? Yes.
The remembering one pastime per day,
Ah.
that I really like that approach.
Yeah.
Like how like we can remember and develop the rag.
And we can suggest, we can also think about during chanting, when the taking name is stable, we are able to hear and properly. Then sometimes we sit in front of deities, right? Sometimes deities are not there, so we can recollect something. At least try something little bit. Not very forceful, but we recollect so many things, right? During chanting. Lists and things like that. We can recollect, oh, Krishna was wearing Firoji dress. Or I saw Radharaman's mango festival darshan. So many mangoes. That will take chanting to another level. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mataji. You want to say something else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It's very wonderful class.
Thank you.
Yeah, I liked the point. We have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in Viraha Bhava.
Yeah, Prabhupada would call it Govinda necessity. The necessity of Govinda. I'm separated from you like that. Yeah.
Since you have been living to Radharaman,
Hello. Bhaki Bhari, yes.
Your experiences from that.
Experience.
One of the Baba's experience from that.
Well, Vrindavan is wonderful. It surcharged with spiritual potency. even though so many things change there and now a lot of people come like that. But wonderful thing is that people come with a lot of faith. So you can feel that in the air. These people are not ordinary people. They're coming with bhav in their heart. And that is why when you go and take darshan of deities, these are powerful deities. Whatever can change in Vrindavan, at least these deities, 500 years old, and some are like 5,000 years old, they won't change. So the atmosphere is powerful. Well, we are very away from those exalted states. But I think almost all of us would get that feeling, whether it's sitting in a class or Janmashtami here or in Vrindavan, that feeling, I'm at the right place doing the right thing. I think that's the beginning of the bhav. Some bhav to come. I mean, we won't get an electric shock maybe, right? But that feeling, pantha swasharanam yatha, just like a traveler feels happy when he comes at home. Bhagavatam says, Dhautatma purusha loka padamulam na munchati mukta sarva parikleshaha pantha swasharanam yatha. Just like a traveler comes back to home, that feeling, I think that when we get right, maybe on a yatra something, that's something to cherish. Hare Krishna. Okay, more thoughts, reflection?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very wonderful class. I
Thank you.
liked the Braj songs, totally beautiful. Like
Thank
how can you beautifully describe, like, okay, Manimala, praying and all that. Also, I liked showing the mirror to the deities and then how you
You
take the
look it
picture
like
and
that
you
and
put it in your heart. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
in some of the places we went, all the young kids, I described to them. Then when I was not there, they were coming in our altar, taking the mirror and doing it like this. So they just got into it. Hare Krishna. Ah, Jai Jai. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, so then you look at them in the mirror, then turn around and do it like this and put it upside down. Yes. Or facing them. We should not look in them and decorate. Yeah, so we put them upside down also. Okay. Hare Krishna. So we end here. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Grace Harivamsha Prabhu ki.
Jai. Hare Krishna, Srila
Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much.
Prabhu already gave all the points,
yes.
so I have no things to share.
Yes.
Thank you for giving another class.
Hare Krishna.
We
Thank you
are
for
very
coming. It was such a short notice.
Yeah.
and Still, all of you.
It's
came.
our desire, and we thought like more classes, and it happened.
Maybe
Thank
you all
you for coming.
did some magic.
Yeah. To show our gratitude, we'll chant one time Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for Prabhu's well-being. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you,
Thank
Prabhu.
you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you. I forgot your name. Rohini ji. Yes. No, we're all trying hard. Yeah. I have so this is my Giraj Prasad, so everybody can take it. That stopped record.